Hey, everybody. Happy Thursday. Thank you so much for coming back to watch another WEIGO podcast, AKA What Else is Going on YouTube video. I'm your girl, Taria. I appreciate y'all so much for coming to spend a little bit of time with me. I got done working a little bit earlier than my schedule. So I was like, do I go to the gym first or do I hop on and do this video? And my throat has been acting up. Like yesterday, it was hurting so bad twice. So I took some Alka-Seltzer and it really helped twice yesterday and then once this morning, and then it started hurting again. And I'm thinking it's because I'm sitting in my car with that air on all day because I want my passengers clearly to be cool, and the air is just blowing on me, which is why I always have on a sweatshirt a lot of times when y'all see me. And I'm wondering if that is playing a part in it because my throat is on fire again. Hopefully this Alka-Seltzer will kick in, and then after this video, I will be on my way to the gym. So I hope y'all are staying cool. Y'all are drinking y'all water, putting on your sun screen, black girl sunscreen. Okay. Get it from Target. It's so good. It's in my daily my daily morning and night routine. I love it so much. I have friends and family who use it. My cousin, I think I told her before I saw her after not having seen her in a while. And I was like, your skin looks so good. She was like, girl, she uses the Black Girl sunscreen for her moisturizer, for sunscreen and for regular moisturizer. So y'all make sure y'all go get it and tweet them and tell them to sponsor at WeGo Podcast. All right, let's get into some things. Y'all know I had some stuff I wanted to get into with y'all yesterday, but here we are today. Praise God. So we got another day, so we're going to get into them now. First up, let's talk about Bhad Bhabie. So I talked about Bhad Bhabie, the day before yesterday, and trigger warning about abuse. I was pausing, but I was like, I didn't even say what the trigger warning was about. So trigger warning about domestic abuse. Bhad Bhabie had posted video and then photos of what her ex allegedly did to her. And this, a story about what was going on and how it's not normally that bad and how it's easier said than done to leave, and how he knows he has to get work. He has to get basically work done, do the work on himself. Fans, of course, were saying you need to leave or she's not going to leave. She's going to stay with him. Well, and I even said, based on her wording of the post, that I felt like she wasn't going anywhere, that she was going to stay. Well, she has come out and says she is confused. Now, this is according to page 6. Mind you, she deleted all of that stuff on Instagram. So now she's come out, and this is what page 6 said she had to say. Confused Bhad Bhabie claps back at claim she's staying with Levon after alleged abuse video. Bhad Bhabie clapped back at an Instagram hater. Everybody is not a hater, who claims she is staying with Levon after posting security footage of him allegedly abusing her. If you cared, you leave that man. I'm reading it to you how page 6 wrote it, okay? If you cared, you'd leave that man, the troll commented on a photo of the 21-year-old's daughter, Callie. He will abuse you in front of her. She responds and says, I wasn't going to speak on this, but who said I was staying? What about that post made y'all think I'm staying? Because I said I love him? Because I said he's going to get help? I'm so confused, she concluded, and apparently so are y'all. The Gucci flip-flop rapper's clapback came 2 days after she shocked her followers with the graphic video, as well as a photo of a black eye and bruised face. After deleting the uploads and clarifying she has been broken up with Vaughn since May, Bhabie elaborated on the really sad situation on her Instagram story. She said, and what I'm getting ready to remind y'all that she said are some of the reasons why people assumed she was staying. I love that man more than I love myself. But unfortunately, this is real life. I know the easy way out is to leave, and that's better said than done. This doesn't happen this extreme often, which sounds like she's giving him an excuse. But LV definitely has a problem. He's going to get the help he needs. Right now, there's no room for mistakes, and he knows it. So I'm not going to lie. For me, when I read that, I felt like she was staying too. She was going to stay with him, see him through this, and all those things. My point in sharing this wasn't to attack him. It was for him to see what he does is wrong and to take accountability and make, in caps, real change. They started dating in 2022, making their red carpet debut at her drugstore June movie premiere in February. So look, she's saying she confused at why we thought she was staying. I'm confused at why she's confused. Am I the only one? Because again, her wording to me felt like she was making excuses for him and she was going to stay with him. And it's easier said than done to leave. And I love that man more than I love myself. So that's what I got out of it too. I'll tell you this. I hope she's taking stock of the comments. First of all, if that's all that person wrote, which was what? If you cared, you leave that man. He will abuse you in front of her. To me, I don't think that's trolling. However, I agree with that person. That's what it seemed like. I know, again, it's easier said than done, like she said, but I still felt like, based on what we read, that she was going to stay. Hopefully, she will take note of these comments and maybe something will click and she'll end up thinking about her and her baby and putting them first. Those pictures and that video of the things he did to her, absolutely crazy. Prayers up again for the baby, that the baby's concern is the forefront in all of this, and hers as well, mental and physical. All right, moving on, y'all. Let's talk about Eddie Murphy. Eddie, this is according to Ice Cream Convos. Eddie Murphy weds Paige Butcher in gorgeous beachfront ceremony. I'm gonna show y'all these pictures. So here's a picture of him there. That's cancel. Here's the back. And I was like, well, let me see, because it could be anything. But so here's a better view. I love the wedding colors. Here's Eddie and his kids, I believe. Eddie looks good, y'all. Eddie looks really good. I guess this is them, their first dance. It looks like, well, I'm guessing first dance, maybe just a dance. Look at that. That's absolutely beautiful. Shane Murphy, look at the dinner menu, y'all, what they had. Look, they broke it down between preset, appetizers, pasta station, carving station, proteins, honey, sides, desserts. Okay, let me see if they had something good, because I'm very picky about not picky, I just know what I like. They had a green salad. Okay, they had chef's choice of house dressing. They had a pasta station. Okay, carving station, peppercorn crusted filet mignon. Come on, yes. Then they had lamb chops, the proteins, grilled mahi-mahi, roasted chicken. I would have done the roasted chicken as well as the filet mignon. Scalloped potatoes, anguilla rice and peas, steamed white rice, caramelized plantains, creamy mac and cheese, herb dusted grilled vegetables. I'm a potato girl, so I for sure would have done the scalloped potatoes, steamed white rice, and cream mac and cheese. That's a lot of carbs, but you know. And then desserts, mini coconut tart, banana pudding, bites. Y'all, I used to love when my grandma would make the banana pudding. She would set aside some of the sauce stuff for me without the bananas. And then there was this lady at our church, when she made banana pudding, she would make me banana pudding without the bananas. So good. Don't judge me. And then they had what? Mini mango cheesecake, guave cream brulee, and chocolate crunch cake. Okay. For the preset, it was assorted bread rolls. I know that's right. All right, let's get off the menu. And then here's the fam. There's Bria. I know her. Is one of these Mel B's daughter? I know it's not her. That's his daughter with his wife, I believe. I don't know how old she would be. We're going to get into it. And then here's them too, and their two kids. They began dating in 2012. All right, so all right, y'all, let me get into reading the article. The pictures were cute, though. Pictures were cute. All right. Let's talk about it. Eddie Murphy is officially a married man. The legendary comedian and actor married his longtime partner, Paige Butcher, in a gorgeous beachfront wedding in Anguilla. Although a formal announcement of the nuptials has not been made, Eddie's children, who were in attendance for his special day, shared photos and videos via social media. So it was his kids that shared these pictures. Then it says Eddie Murphy began dating Paige Butcher in 2012. Oh, so they've been dating for 12 years. The Australian model and actress welcomed their first child, daughter, uh, Izzy Una Murphy, on May 3rd, 2016. In September 2018, Eddie and Paige got engaged and welcomed so they got engaged 2 years after. Wait, no, they got started dating in 2012, had a baby May 3rd of 2016. Then in September of 2018, got engaged and welcomed their second child, Max Murphy, on November 30th. This is the second marriage for Eddie Murphy, who was married to Nicole Murphy from 1993 to 2005, and they have 5 children together. Eddie also shares 3 children with former partners Paulette McNeely, Tamra Hood, and Spice Girls Mel B. All right, so if he has 5 with Nicole, then he has 3 by Paulette, Tamra, and Mel B. That's 8. And then he has 2 with her, 10. So he got 10 kids. Okay. Congratulations to Mr. and Mrs. Murphy. Well, congratulations to the hopefully happy couple. Again, the wedding photos were beautiful. Let's get into Kevin Hart. So we talked a little bit about him last week with him suing Tasha K, and also his assistant. His assistant wants it thrown out, his ex-assistant, because she said he knew that basically she was mentally incapacitated, wasn't in a good mental space to sign the, I was going to say prenup, child, to sign the NDA. Here comes another lawsuit. Kevin Hart sued by an ex-friend for allegedly botching a deal to clear that man's name. This is according to the LA Times. Kevin Hart is being sued for allegedly botching a settlement agreement that was meant to clear the name of former friend Jonathan J.T. Jackson as it related to the events surrounding the comic sex tape cheating scandal. In a lawsuit filed Wednesday in Los Angeles County Superior Court, Jackson accused the Get Hard actor of not using the meticulously negotiated and agreed upon wording from their 2021 settlement when he addressed the scandal in an Instagram post that same year, resulting in a $12 million breach of written contract lawsuit. The civil lawsuit, which lists Hart, Heartbeat LLC, and several Does, I guess like Jane Doe's, among the defendants, also accuses them of fraud and intentional infliction of emotional distress. The 23-page complaint obtained Wednesday by the Times said Hart was contractually obligated by their July 2021 settlement to use specific verbiage that would publicly exonerate the Navy veteran, professional bowler, and actor who was entangled in legal issues in the wake of the scandal. The wording of Hart's statement, which was meticulously negotiated and detailed in the contract, was absolutely crucial to repairing and remediating the severe damage inflicted upon plaintiff's reputation by the baseless extortion allegations that Hart aggressively promoted and publicized, the complaint said. Jackson, 47, was the target of a January 2018 raid at his home, in which he and his wife were held at gunpoint by investigators with the Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office, who were looking into allegations of extortion, which he believes Hart initiated. I did not know this. The charges were eventually dropped by prosecutors, whom Jackson also sued in December. But Jackson claimed that his reputation was unjustly tarnished due to a series of malicious actions by the defendants, including when Hart and Heartbeat released the 2019 docuseries, Don't F This Up. The docuseries mentioned extortion and alleged that Jackson had been involved in the creation and dissemination of a sex tape that showed Hart and a woman who was not his wife getting intimate in a Las Vegas hotel room. Both Jackson and Hart were also sued for $60 million by model Mantia Sabag, the woman who purportedly appeared with Hart in the tape. But the lawsuit was ultimately dismissed, and Jackson was cleared of all allegations. According to the new lawsuit, Jackson did not receive any money from his settlement agreement with Hart, as he believed their contract was not about seeking compensation, but was a means to an end that would clear Jackson's name. Hart's public statement, which has to include agreed upon language, was crucial for Jackson's exoneration, the complaint said. And Jackson entered into that contract with the expectation that it would finally restore his reputation and allow the plaintiff to resume his professional life with integrity. Jackson alleged that Hart explicitly agreed in their written settlement, to pursue and advocate for the dismissal of all criminal charges against Jackson and make a public statement exonerating him. Hart, he said, was required to say that criminal charges against Jackson had been dismissed, that Jackson had been fully cleared of any involvement in an extortion plot, and that the legal debacle had cost Hart a valuable friendship. Oh, wow. Okay, so Kevin was supposed to come out and clear his friend's name and was supposed to say, basically, all criminal charges were dropped. He didn't do it. But also, it's interesting that he wanted Kevin to include that the legal debacle had cost Hart a valuable friendship. That's interesting. The complaint further said that Hart was supposed to say that he had lost someone close to me that I loved and still have very much love for, or high levels of love for, because, Kevin uses high level. And I'm proud to say that all charges against JT Jackson have been dropped and he is not guilty and had nothing to do with it. And this matter at hand that was once so tough to deal with and so heavy for me and my household is now put to bed. Wow. So he wanted Kevin to talk about how he lost basically him as a friend that he had love for and still has love for, or he could use the word high levels of love. And he's proud that the charges have been dropped and been put to bed. Instead, Hart's October 27, 2021 Instagram video blatantly broke their agreement and manipulated the narrative, the complaint said. Hart ultimately said that JT Jackson has recently been found not guilty and those charges have been dropped against him, and I can finally speak on what I once couldn't. The comedian also said that their friendship was lost due to the legal process and noted his relief about the legal saga being over. He did not mention that Jackson had nothing to do with it. Hart's statement deviates significantly from the agreed upon verbiage in several crucial aspects. Jackson's attorney, Daniel L. Rebeck, argued in the complaint. First, Hart's stipulated verbiage explicitly required him to state that all charges against Jackson have been dropped and he is not guilty and had nothing to do with it. Yeah, because if someone says the charges against Taria have been dropped, that's not you saying you believe that I'm not guilty. That's you just saying, well, they've been dropped. However, Hart's actual statement lacks the explicit declaration of plaintiff's innocence or non-involvement. Hart's agreed upon statement was to acknowledge the incident's heavy impact on the loss of a valuable friendship due to the legal matter. But Hart's actual statement focuses entirely on Hart himself moving on and does not directly acknowledge the significant personal and professional toll on plaintiff as outlined in the contract. I'm wondering why he wants him to mention their friendship lost. Is it to go along with the charges were dropped, he was cleared, I'm relieved, I lost a friend, meaning people would buy that more if he included how he felt about losing a friendship versus him coming out and saying charges were dropped, he had nothing to do with it. But if he came out and said, man, the charges were dropped, y'all, he had nothing to do with it, and I'm so glad, but I lost my friendship behind all of this foolishness, it would kind of maybe tug at people's heartstrings and maybe be believable. And then Jackson's reputation could be restored. That's what I'm thinking, because why else? In a statement to the Times, in addition to $12 million, Jackson is seeking punitive damages to be determined at trial, legal costs and fees and injunctions requiring the defendants to exonerate him, as well as the removal of all false statements about him and don't F this up. In a statement to the Times, Rebeck added, the facts in the complaint speak for themselves. We are confident that the lawsuit will end with Mr. Jackson's complete victory and vindication. A spokesperson for Hart was not available Wednesday to respond to the Times' request for comment. Well, if he's due that, if Kevin didn't do what he agreed upon that he would do, then maybe this man is owed some money. A lot of lawsuits going around. I'm like, I know Candy had said at one point, Candy from Escape said, formerly of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, that she basically had a fund for legal issues come up, people sue. So she basically had, basically like a fund for that. But man, it just seems like such a waste of money suing is not a waste of money if there's something to sue for, but it just seems like so much money being thrown around. You know what I mean? Like, just crazy. I don't know. So Kevin, get your 12, get your ducks in order, honey, because it sounds like maybe you didn't do what you were supposed to do, but we'll see.
Right, exactly.
Y'all, all right, hold on, y'all. Let's get into Porsha. First, let's talk about Porsha and Falyn. I want to call y'all attention to something that we talked about a couple months ago.
For her, or?
Okay, we're going to get into it. Hold on. Now, we talked about this again a couple of months ago, may have even been last year. Okay. Hold on. All right. Let's get into this, what we saw last year.
I mean, at the end of the day, she know what she did. It could play out in the media however everybody wants to try to play it out. I know what she did. Simon knows what she did. Porsha knows what she did. That wouldn't be a safe scenario. So I wouldn't even put myself in a predicament of even allowing that. You know, I'm a grown woman now.
Oh, to talk to her.
Talk to her. Ain't gonna be no talking.
Were you shocked to find out when Porsha and Simon?
So she said it wouldn't be a safe scenario if her and Porsha were to see each other. Ain't gonna talk to her. Ain't gonna be no talking. Wouldn't be a safe scenario. That was 12 weeks ago, 3 months ago. Let's listen to what Falyn had to say more recently.
It's smoke.
Doing that.
Whoa! Let's get up out of here. Let's get up out of here.
I mean, they are calling her Muhammad Ali. They say she got them hands. That's all I'm gonna say.
They are.
Okay.
Wait, speaking of Porsha, a couple weeks ago, I saw you two in the club at the same time. I don't know if y'all seen each other. I saw y'all at Ladies of R&B, and I was very surprised because I really never see you on Wednesday. I've seen Porsha come a few times.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I was thinking, I hope they don't see each other because I don't want my party to turn left.
Yeah, we definitely locked eyes. I was like, you gonna take this moment to say something, or
Ain't gonna be no talking.
No, it's not even worth it. It's my best friend's birthday.
Because you could have ruined your best friend's birthday.
Right.
And you didn't want to be that
who
friend.
wants to do that? Right, exactly.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna do it for, a licensed prostitute. I'm not doing that.
Whoa! Let's get up out of here. Let's get up out of here.
I mean, they are calling her Muhammad Ali. They say she got them hands. That's all I'm gonna say.
They are.
Okay.
Wait, speaking of Porsha.
Let's talk, y'all. So she talks about how now the first thing I showed y'all was what 12 weeks ago, where she said it wouldn't be a safe space if her and Porsha were in the same room together, and she said ain't gonna be no talking, right? Then yesterday, I believe it was yesterday. Well, it was posted 7 hours ago from the Jasmine brand. We see her, and she said they were in the same room together a couple weeks ago. Well, the host mentions it, and she said they locked eyes. And she said, is it worth it to take this moment to talk to her? 12 weeks ago, you say ain't gonna be no talking. I'm just confused. Now, granted, I get not wanting to ruin your friend's party, but also you had said a lot with your chest 12 weeks ago. And I'm not saying I want them to be fighting this, but all of that. I'm just going by, but my commentary is based on what Falyn said. 12 weeks ago, she said, talking. Ain't gonna be no talking. Y'all can clearly see that's my favorite part of the interview. But fast forward, they were in a room together. They locked eyes, and she says she debated on taking that moment to go say something to her, but I thought there wasn't gonna be no talking. Either way, I'm glad her friend's party wasn't ruined. I think it's funny when the guy said, what did they call her? They call Porsha Muhammad Ali. Porsha was out there fighting that much. Did Cordell mention, other than he mentioned Miss Diane, he would come home and she'd be sitting on his white chair eating pizza. Did he say he found them fighting in the streets or something like that? Like trying to be funny, basically? I could have swore that's what he said before. But anyway, and Falyn thinks she's a licensed prostitute. Girl. Now, I will say, they giving out license for that now? Like, I wonder what the process would be. Like, in order to be a licensed sex worker, what is the criteria? What are the requirements? What do you have to submit to get your license? Like, what paperwork? Like, Is it reports from your doctor showing a clean bill of health? Like, what? Think about it. If they gave a license, does the license expire? Just curious. I wonder if Porsha is going to respond to this because, child, she'd be responding to Simon. So I wonder if she's going to be responding to being called a licensed prostitute. It's safe to say that Falyn ain't running up on Porsha no time soon. And that's good. Good for them. Speaking of, let's get on over to another day, another Simon Porsha exchange. This according to Reality Blurb. Let's get into it. RHOA's Porsha Williams throws shade at ex Simon Guobadia with ED posts after he disses her as a witch and seemingly threatens legal battle over defamatory statements. Porsha Williams shaded Simon Guobadia earlier this week with posts on her Instagram story about erectile dysfunction amidst their messy divorce. Months after the couple split, following just over a year of marriage, the 43-year-old Real Housewives of Atlanta star clapped back at her 60-year-old estranged spouse after he posted a message on his Instagram story that suggested she was a witch. And his post said, "If I didn't allow witches in my life, my angel would not have to work so hard," with the praying hand emoji. Following Simon's post, Porsha shared a series of messages about men's health awareness, one of which names things you can do to help with erectile dysfunction, and another that highlighted the side effects of ED, which can include anger, frustration, sadness, and a lack of confidence. The post also stated that men with this condition can face a sense of immaculation. Things you can do, y'all, to help with erectile dysfunction, okay? Lose weight if you're overweight, stop smoking, eat a healthy diet, exercise daily, try to reduce stress and anxiety. She got this from the www.nhs.uk. Conditions for erectile dysfunction, in parentheses, impotence. Okay. And then she put the meaning of like the screenshot of what it says. After seeing what his former partner had shared, Simon returned to Instagram. He never leaves. Where he shared a couple of messages with his followers. The next narrative has arrived. Erectile ED, his first message stated. Hashtag wife for the streets. The next page, the narrative changed from imminent deportation and fleeing the country to Dubai to broke and selling luxury cars, waiting for next narrative. Hashtag story keeps changing. His caption, this railroad, in quotes, 265-day, in quotes, just does not get it. There are consequences for making inflammatory and defamatory statements. Get your coins together. You're going to need every dime to defend what's coming. A woman that has a history of coming for the manhood of every ex, peddling same old narrative and tricks. Unfortunately, you met the right one. Hashtag railroad 265 days. Hashtag married 453 days. Then she just posted on her story with a black screen, ED for erectile dysfunction. Y'all. It's comical and then it's also annoying. It's like, okay, a part of me feels like, are y'all texting each other after these exchanges? Like, yeah, we killed it. You think the people are going to find it funny? Because this is a lot. Like, it truly is a lot. Like, all of this. I will say this. I do not like when people break up and then the first thing they do is go for the jugular about their spouse. Women will say a man has a small penis. He didn't do it to him good. He didn't know what he was doing. A man may say a woman's coochie was not good, loose, not smelling fresh, whatever. I don't always feel like, I feel like sometimes people put up with stuff because they love somebody, right? Or they're in love or what have you. But then as soon as, or they're embarrassed to talk about it while they're with that person. But as soon as they break up, I'm putting the truth out about you. So I feel like it could be a combination of those things. But a couple weeks back, Simon said he was out here, eating good, living good, effing good. So, science has come a long way. And I know people keep saying, oh, he's 60. Medicine has come a long way, making it possible to really be effing good at his age. Who knows? I know I've said it before. I'm tired of hearing about this. And then a part of me, like I said, is like almost entertained. Like, is this for real? Like, I have to watch y'all like jokes now. Like, I'm not even gonna, like, I can't even almost view y'all like y'all are not real people. This has to be a joke for y'all to be putting all of this out there. Again, are y'all in cahoots with this? Thinking all press is good press? Because some people do think that. I don't know. They just need to remember they have children who can be on the internet and who can see this too. Like, come on. Really? Child. Porsha said, be his peace. Like, yeah, because his piece maybe couldn't get hard. I don't know. All right, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think about all these topics that we talked about. The Porsha, the Simon, the ED. He said she was a witch and his wife was for the street. I said, oh, not for the streets. Hashtag wife for the streets. Oh, and then Simon made a comment about taking his ED all around like the country. Like basically, he getting it in. I will say this. I've said it before. Simon appears to have some money, right? I don't know how he got it. However, I will say that I feel like he about to have Porsha and her coins tied up in a whole bunch of things. Like he's willing to spend money to take her down if necessary. Whether it be trying to get her ran off the show, or dropped from the show, or running through her money. I feel like he don't mind spending money to do it because this is a lot. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Y'all let me know what y'all think about
I mean, at the end of the
Falyn
day,
and what she said. Talking. Ain't gonna be no talking. And then locking eyes with Porsha months later and deciding, is this worth this moment to go talk? You said it wasn't gonna be no talking. It's on site, furniture moving. Let me know what y'all think about that. And about her calling Porsha a licensed prostitute. That means she's like professional? Like what? Kevin Hart and his ex-best friend suing him, one of his good friends suing him because Kevin did not properly exonerate him in a statement. Eddie Murphy is married. Y'all eyes mad now and got 10 kids. And Bhad Bhabie saying, y'all is confused. I'm confused. What y'all are confused about. Never said I was staying. My Red Bull's kicking out, I think. All right, y'all let me know what y'all think. I love y'all so much, and I will talk to y'all later. See ya.